Welcome to Monday Live with the Creativity Cave. I am Dina Rico. And, sorry, I gotta get my Stampin' Lips on. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend. It was a wonderful weekend here. I had a girls' weekend, which I loved. It was the best. I haven't had a girls' weekend in quite a while, so that was wonderful. And did I go outside the lines? I might have a little. Anyway, we had just the best time together. Laughed till we cried, which is always a good thing. And we also watercolored, which of course is my favorite. And had a little road trip. I mean, we did all the things. Ate out. It was a great weekend. And then we watched the football game. There was a football game. I don't know if you knew that. It was, I would say it was definitely the first football game I've watched in some time. For sure this season, but I don't even know if I watched it last year. And it was okay. Like, it wasn't the most exciting game. I was for sure rooting for the Eagles just because you had to, right? And so I guess I was happy that they won. I had a little, spread. It was just Andy and I watching. It was not that great, but I watercolored some more because I was so energized from my weekend. I just had to keep going. So that was a lot of fun. And it was, the halftime show was, not really my cup of tea, but I loved, well, actually, this is really funny. So of course I had to text Ella, like, who is Kendrick Lamar? Like, I'm not up on that. I'd heard his name before, and he did sing the song that was from Black Panther, so I recognized that, but the rest was well over my head, which made me feel pretty old. But I loved that there was like nothing wildly inappropriate attire-wise. And so yeah. So anyway, it was interesting. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm old. I think that's why I don't know. But oh, this was the best. So we have a family group chat, as I'm sure many people do. And in ours, Ella sent us this thing that this just cracked me up. It said this year's Super Bowl halftime show was the worst for people like her because every person her age had parents texting them going, "Who is this? And who is this?" I so don't know. So that was just kind of funny. I just had to laugh. So anyway, I think did I see it was Beverly's birthday? Well, happy birthday, Beverly. I hope you had a wonderful day. And Amy doesn't know what she's going to do on Sundays now. Oh, Amy. Well, stamp, obviously. I'm kidding. I hope that you'll find something to replace football until it comes. But they were advertising there's like another football league. I don't know. I wasn't sure what that was all about. Football's just not my thing anymore. It hasn't been actually for a little while. Hello?
Just getting some printouts.
Say hi to the ladies.
Hi, ladies. Don't mean to interrupt.
Hello, ladies. Yeah, so anyway, I learned football. I maybe have told this story before, but I learned about football when I was a teacher. I taught high school biology back some years ago. And I had this class of students, the first period of the day, and it was all boys, and they were all, well, not all of them, but most of them were football players or they were really into football. And so I bet them that I couldn't name 10 Minnesota Vikings because at the time I had just moved to California from Minnesota. And of course, I won. But I made Andy teach me all about football. And he actually played football when he was in high school. So he taught me all the things I needed to know. And of course, I won. And then they respected me because before that, they were really rowdy and my like problem class. So that's when I learned about football. But I think I lost my love of football a few years back. My cousin was actually the videographer for the Minnesota Gopher college team. And like that was his student job. And there was a big, there's a big controversy where a bunch of those football players, if I remember this correctly, and I could be incorrect in my memory because this was quite a while ago, a bunch of them got in trouble for having a big party, and there were, let's just say, ladies of the evening, if you know what I mean, involved. And I think at the time all they got was a slap on the wrist, and I was just so sick of it. And then there was stuff going on. I mean, and I feel like it happens from elementary, peewee, all the way up to professional football, where these guys can do whatever they want because they're football players. And I just, if you know what I mean. I loved that my kids were runners. So anyway, but if you like football and that's your thing, that's awesome. I was hoping for better commercials. I didn't even get that. There was a couple of good ones. The one I liked the most, I think, was the one for I think it was a Dodge Ram commercial for like the three little pigs. That one was pretty funny with that guy. What's his name? Glenn Powell, maybe is his name. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. And I like the pickleball one because my aunt plays pickleball and she is savage. Just saying. So that one was pretty funny. And then the other one was, what was the other one that I liked? Oh, the one with Harrison Ford for Jeep. I thought that was pretty funny. Not funny, maybe, but whatever. So anyway, I didn't see all of them though. I had to leave if I needed to go use the restroom. I did it while the game was going on because I didn't really care about the game. But I didn't want to miss any of the commercials. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, some people agree. It just, I don't know. It's just not my fave. Oh, Beth Ann, you're on here. Beth Ann is from Philly and her Philadelphia Eagles one. I thought it was pretty cool that Bradley Cooper introduced them because I believe he's from Philadelphia. So that was pretty cool. The one with the seal was also funny. I think I might have missed that one. Beth Ann likes the Clydesdales one and she doesn't even drink beer. That one was cute too. I can remember historically those being really good commercials as well. So anyway, Susan is in Perth and she never catches the lives. You have to tell us what time of day it is, Susan. It must be morning there. But don't tell us what happens because it's still evening the day before here. But anyway, I hope that you guys had some fun with whatever you did this weekend. Today I have some really cute projects. We are going to be using the Tutti Frutti. I always want to call it Tutti Frutti. The Fruit Salad Designer Series paper, which I hope at least some of you, whenever you hear fruit salad, say in your brains, yummy, yummy. That means you're of a certain age or have kids of a certain age. And we're also going to use actually one of my very favorite stamp sets from the mini catalog, which is this set from my friend Julie. It's called With You in Mind. It's her $1 million stamp set, and I love it. It is such a great set, so simple, such a great set to use. And we're going to see another project with this stamp set later this week. So make sure you stay tuned for that. On my YouTube channel and my blog, you will see another project with this later on this week. So I'm looking forward to sharing some inspiration with this set because I think this is for sure one you're going to want to have in your collection, and it'll be around for a little bit. It's a good one. And this fruit salad designer series paper is super cute, and I'm going to show you a super cute thing to do with it today. I really like my projects. They're very fun, and I think you're going to love them as well. So I hope that that is the case anyway. Let's see. Do you guys want to see something I made this weekend? Let's see if I can find something. Ooh, well, that depends on if I have the right sketchbook down here. We painted a bunch of stuff this weekend, which was very fun. I don't know if I have the right sketchbook down here though. I might not. Oh, maybe I do. It's hold please. It's behind me. You know, it's right here by my power cord. Because where else would it be? We had some fun painting, and what do I have to share with you? Not this one. Ooh, but maybe this one. So we did, we made a really pretty wreath, which I liked. And I painted this, which I love. This will be a lesson in my Paint with Dina at some point, probably fairly soon. It's one of my favorites. We also painted, this was a lesson in Paint with Dina this month, and we painted some more of these hearts, which I just love. And it's a really interesting technique that those are made from. So those were just a couple things we painted. So that was, I enjoyed painting very much. I'm super excited too because I was doing kind of a dry run of some of the things I'm planning on doing for my upcoming retreat, which I was trying to check in how many spots I have open. I think only 1 or 2 spots left. So yeah. Mario asks a random question. Do I label my blends? No. Well, not really. I have, like, I label the slot they're in, but I don't label the individual markers. Who did you paint with the computer blockout? Who did I paint with the computer blockout? What do you mean, Cheryl? Computer blockout. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, so anyway, just like, I think I have 2 spots left for my watercolor retreat. I'm very, very excited about it, like very excited about it. I also have a retreat coming up for stamping. My computer blocked out when you were saying it. Oh, who did I stamp with? Some friends. Yep, friends of mine. Who did I paint with? I think I had a girls' weekend with some of my friends. Let's see. So I have a retreat coming up at the end of this month, a virtual retreat that's open to everybody, and it is going to feature the birthday celebration bundle. It's the wildflower celebrations suite. So it's going to be so much fun. There will be projects that are for sure birthdays, but then we'll also do other types of things, not just birthdays, but it will be a lot of fun. Definitely a don't miss retreat because we have some super awesome projects planned. So if you haven't registered for that, I think you definitely would love it. So that's coming out, the box is shipped next week, so you want to get registered pretty quick. Then we have the Meant to Be online class coming out this month as well. Those are super cute cards using the new Meant to Be bundle, and they're just bright, colorful, cheerful, happy spring cards. So I think you're going to really enjoy those. And then I think that's everything, all the announcements I have. I need to like actually flip my camera around, I suppose. With this new setup, I'm all discombobulated about how I have things because my setup is just a little bit different. And because I had friends over this weekend, I didn't have time to address my little setup here. So anyway, I'm also just casually cleaning up my desk because it's not messy. It's just I have a couple things. I was doing some shooting some watercolor videos earlier today. Sorry, there we go. I was shooting some watercolor videos earlier today, so I had some watercolor stuff out on my desk. So I'm going to flip my camera around and then we are going to get started. Okay, so close your eyes for just a moment. Alrighty, let's see. Sorry, this always takes me a hot second to figure out. My new setup looks fantastic. That's that's funny. It's actually the only thing that's different is what holds my camera. And oh goodness. There we go. I think that's right. And it just takes me a minute to get it lined up because I'm just not used to it. But here we go. I've got my phone here so I can see everything. It's actually not, it's just the angle of my camera is at a different angle. So you see a little different in the background than what I typically have, but it's all the same is my point. Okay. So a few reminders. First off, we had some new celebration items added to the online store. So you can redeem for some things that are in from the, well, they're from the online store, from the celebration. So anyway, they're just some really fun goodies, but some really great goodies. The alphabet a la mode dies are free with a $60 purchase. So that's pretty sweet. Let's see. The celebration trusty tools dies. Well, trusty tools dies. If you don't have those already, that is a really great deal. So some really awesome additions to, of course, our already pretty sweet lineup of goodies. Today, as mentioned, we're going to use the fruit salad designer series paper, and this paper is just so cute. You can do quite a bit with it. I've actually used this designer series paper a little bit already, but I'm going to use some more with this, and I think you're going to enjoy it. I would love to know what you would like me to do next week. I was thinking Corner in Bloom, but I would love to hear your thoughts on that. I already have done the heart-shaped, so that's not going to happen. I did this last week with this paper last week. So let me know what you would like to see. I'm curious. So hit me up in the comments as to what you would like me to showcase next week. But I'm kind of feeling like maybe this corner set, just because I haven't seen a ton done with it, and I do really enjoy this stamp set. So let me know what you'd like. Okay, I've got a couple people saying yes on the corners. Thank you. I just dropped all my papers on the floor, so that was kind of a bummer. Let's get organized again. All right, so the mini catalog is going on. The celebration is going on through the end of the month. Reminder that you can get free items with a $60 or $120 purchase, or for every $60 or $120 you spend, you can get an extra $30 in Stampin' Rewards when your order hits $300. So if you've been saving up maybe to place an order, or maybe you want to combine with a friend, you can get some additional Stampin' Rewards. So that's $30 on top of what you would already get. And then the best deal that we offer, especially during celebration, but always, is the starter kit. And so if you order a starter kit, you can get one of two bonuses. The first option is this stamp set called Handmade Designs with 2 sets of markers of your choice. So you can choose whichever sets of markers you'd like. The second option is to choose an additional $30 in merchandise. So either one. The option one is actually a little bit better deal. You will get, it's basically makes the starter kit $216 in value for $99 plus tax. And option two makes it $155 in value for $99 plus tax. Both are always free shipping, and so it's just a really great deal. Of course, being a part of my team comes with all kinds of perks as well, and we would love to have you be a part of it. All right, the marbled, or all my stuff got out of order, so let me quick throw it back. The Wildflower Celebrations Retreat I mentioned is coming up at the end of the month, the 27th through the 1st. I also have, as mentioned, either 1 or 2 spots left in my Watercolor with Dina retreat in April. I've had several questions about whether or not I will offer it again, and the answer to that is we'll see. I should say maybe, because we'll see in my house means no. Maybe is the real answer, because I'm not saying no, but I don't know if and or when I will do it again. The answer is maybe. So there you go. If you're interested in this and you can't, I've had a few people tell me they can't come because they already have commitments or, whatever that week. Let me know if you're interested, because that will kind of help me gauge whether or not I would offer it again. Okay, then the Meant to Be online class, as mentioned, is coming out again the end of this month. So if you are interested, get registered. The links to these, by the way, should all be in the description of this video. What kind of printer do I have? It's a laser printer. Let's see. Okay, last but not least, this is not correct. Okay, so today you can get a free card kit featuring the projects that I create. I ask that you use the host code right here, the 2Q43HVU6, when you check out. I'm pretty sure that's the correct host code. I think I have a couple of these. Oh no, sugar. It might be this host code. Actually, I think it is this host code. I gotta... when I dumped all my papers, yeah, it was bad. All right, because like that one is old, that one's old. Oh, Lordy, I'm pretty sure this is the correct host code, but if the other host code works, you're good. Don't worry. Anyway, and when you place at least a $50 purchase in my online store, you'll get a pre-cut cardstock kit for these projects. Of course, you'll want to spend $60, so you get the free celebration from Stampin' Up. But you'll also get the free All-Star PDF from me, which features the Storybook Moments suite. And these projects are just so dang cute. And this suite is one of those ones that really kind of caught me off guard. I did not expect to like it as much as I do. It's so, so, so sweet, really nostalgic and kind of vintagey, very fun. And these projects are super cute too. So I think you will really enjoy that PDF in addition to everything else. Oh, and if you spend $75, you'll get all those things plus a free embellishment. All right, so let's get started with our projects, and I feel like my voice is already starting to go. That sounds good. Okay, so today we are going to, as I mentioned, work with the With You in Mind stamp set. This one is just such a really great set, no matter where you are in stamping. If you're a beginner stamper, if you're a seasoned stamper, I really enjoy this stamp set, and I'm going to pair it with the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper, and I think that's a lot of fun. The patterns are really fun, and while a couple of the cards I'm going to use today feature the fruit side, I'm also very much using the other sides of those papers, which are just kind of neutrally patterned. So I really like it because, they work for different things is kind of my point. Okay, so I'm starting with a piece of crumb cake cardstock for my card base. And then I've cut myself a piece of this Designer Series paper. Look at how cute that is. So stinking cute. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my Designer Series paper. And I just think this is so cute. And I'm adhering it to a panel of Granny Apple Green. I think I said designer series paper, but I meant I'm adhering the designer series paper to the Granny Apple Green. Hopefully that made sense. And then, ooh, I don't know if I want to stick that on my card yet. Hold on. Let's just stick it on my silicone craft sheet for now. Then I also cut myself a 2 3/4 inch square piece of my designer series paper. And I love these little kiwi slices. I think they are just so cute. So I'm going to put this on here, and then I'm going to attach it to my card like this at an angle. And I just think this is kind of a fun way. We always do things, you know, squared off like that, but I like kind of changing things up a little bit. So I'll pop this up onto my card because everything, as you well know, is better popped up. Oh, also, I'm very excited because this weekend we are going to go see Carl run. He's going to run an indoor race in South Dakota, so I'm very much looking forward to that. So that should be fun. He is even running 2 events so that we can watch him 2 times, which is lovely because we're driving quite a long ways to get there. Okay, so I've got this all put together, and I'm gonna just set that aside because I think I got to see what I'm gonna do, but I want to add some linen thread to tie all this together. And I'm using the thank you. As you can see, I've gotten a lot of use out of the set so far, the stamp. And there is some Coastal Cabana, the color that lets us know God loves us, in this. So I thought I would use that to stamp my sentiment on here. And I'll just stamp that down like so, and then add this to my card. Now here's where I wasn't sure how I wanted to do my linen thread. Did I want to wrap it all the way around and then kind of tie a bow on here? And I kind of think that's what I will do. So my silicone craft sheet is such a good way if you prematurely put adhesive on layers and you're not ready to adhere them. This is a great way to kind of get around that. So I don't know if you do that. Sometimes I do that when I get ahead of myself. And I'm laughing especially because when both of my kids were in school, their teachers always said that their brains were going faster than like their pencils, or like their, you know, like their thoughts were sometimes jumbled because their brains were going faster than they could get ideas out, that kind of thing. And I feel like they probably got that from me because I feel like I do that all the time still as an adult. All right, so I'm just going to adhere this, and let's take and pop this up. I love this pattern so much. It's just fun and whimsical and cute. The squares are 2 3/4 inch square and 2 7/8 inch square. Now, of course, you will get the PDF for these projects if you shop my online store. It also will be posted on the Stamp Happy Academy website. If you are a basic or premium subscriber, you can download the PDF. It'll be up there. Hopefully, I'll have it up there tomorrow for you. And then you can get all the dimensions and all the things. We post, oh my gosh, I gotta look and see how many class PDFs we have on there. Like a couple hundred at minimum. There's a lot. We've been posting so many classes on there. Okay, I'm trying to get this. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling just a little. There we go. Okay. Now we've got our card on here. Oh, I know what I wanted to remind you of. I didn't do this during the beginning, but I have a card challenge from last week's first card during our live that you can participate in all month long, and you can get entered to draw into a drawing to win a free bundle. So check that out. It's in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave group. It's in the description of this video. Okay. Next, we're going to embellish this. So I'm using, these are the Tinsel Gem 4-pack. And so I'm just going to put a couple of those gems on here, like so. And then for the inside of my card, we're going to add a layer of basic white. And I thought I would take from that designer series paper. When you look at the back side, you can see there's, that's just a scrap. Here's another scrap. You can see there's, you know, different fruit images that you can fussy cut out. So I thought we would maybe fussy cut one of these and add it to the inside of our card to kind of make it all coordinate. So I'm just going to pull this out like so, and then I'm going to just give it a trim, leaving a little border around the edge. Like so. And then I think I will also add to this a little sliver of this DSP on the inside. And actually I'm going to grab this piece. Oh no, that's not it either. Give me one sec. Ooh, could I have used up all these? I don't think I had, but maybe in this pack. Well, for goodness sakes. Maybe I have. Oh, well, I could use this paper then. Oh, no, I don't want to use that paper. Well, goodness, I'll just use this. Sorry, guys. Okay, I wanted the pattern the other direction, but it doesn't make that big a difference. Okay, so I'm going to add this pattern to the bottom of my card layer. This is what's going to go on the inside of my card. We'll trim that off and then add our cute little kiwi to the inside because it's just so stinking cute. And I don't know about you, but I can't help but sing fruit salad yummy yummy. That's from the Wiggles, by the way, in case you are like, what is she talking about? When my kids were little, they watched the Wiggles, and I used to know all of those songs. Oh. So there you go. So cute. All right, that was our first card. Our next card is also a really fun one. This one features another one of the patterns from that designer series paper. So I'm going to start with a Coastal Cabana card, the color that lets us know God loves us. We're going to give that a good crease once I get all of my stuff out of the way. My goodness. All right, there we go. And then I am going to take, and I've cut a smaller panel. This is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8, and I'm going to adhere it to a 4 3/4 by 5-inch piece of basic white. I've die cut this Nested Essentials die from this layer so that I can use it on the front of my card. Okay, and I'm just going to turn this, and then this is going to go on the top. Okay, now what I want to do with this is, and here's where you can really have fun and do a lot of different things, but I want to add my, well, first of all, I'm going to add my sentiment, sorry. And I'm going to do that in some black Memento ink. And sorry. Oh, for goodness sakes. Okay. Sorry. I'm having some issues with there we go. My phone, I bumped my phone and I lost my comments. Okay. So I'm going to take some black Memento ink, stamp my sentiment on this label. And this is a pretty large sentiment, and I have kind of a bumpy table, so I'm just going to throw it on a piercing mat like this and stamp it. I just want to make sure I'm on here straight. I think I am. Stamp it on like so, and voila, perfection. Okay, so we've got this. Now we're going to take, and I mean, you could do your card like this, but I personally think that's a little boring. So instead, what I want to do is add some of my stamped images from my stamp set to this. So with a scrap of some basic white cardstock, I'm going to take and stamp this cute little flower and this leaf, and then we're going to add them to my card. But here's what's fun. You can take and stamp them in a variety of colors, really. You could do Coastal Cabana to match this, which is nice, but again, I think that's just a teensy bit boring. You could do Melon Mambo, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Calypso Coral, Petal Pink. I mean, you could do a whole slew of different colors. I think I'm going to pick Crushed Curry because I love the contrast of the yellow with the Coastal Cabana. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this in Crushed Curry. Crushed Curry is actually one of my favorite yellows. I like it. I love Daffodil Delight, but I love Crushed Curry because it's just a little bit more vibrant, a little deeper color. But I also fear that my ink pad may need to be re-inked. So let's quick do that. I've got my Crushed Curry re-inker, and I want you to kind of see how to tell. So first of all, when I stamped this, I mean, it looks okay, but it's not that vibrant. I also look at my ink pad, and hopefully you can see this through the camera. It looks light. Like you can see some maybe a little bit darker edges around the edge of the pad, but the center by and large is pretty light in color. So that's one of the ways you know you need to re-ink. So then what I do is I take my re-inker, and this feels like a little thicker ink because I'm kind of squeezing this pretty hard, but I'm just adding drips to this. And these drips are kind of thick. Some ink is just thicker than others. It's just how the manufacturing process is with the different pigments and all the things. They're not all thin. Some of them are thin and you can just squeeze this out. It also might have to play with the bottle of re-inker as well. I don't know. But anyway, so I've got a bunch of re-inker on there. Now can you see how much more saturated that looks? And you probably are thinking, wow, that's pretty splotchy. That's not going to look very good. And you're right, it is not. So I'm going to take this dedicated to inking my ink pads spoon, which you can get up at like Walmart or Target real cheap. And I'm just going to work the ink into my ink pad like this. And that's going to kind of blend that ink in. Now the beauty is whenever you put your ink pad away, the ink is going to sit on the surface of the ink pad, so it's all good. I feel like this was pretty dry, so I'm actually gonna do that one more time. But I just thought I would share with you how I re-ink my ink pads because I think that might be helpful for some of you to see, especially if you've never done it before or if you're not sure how to know when to do it. This spoon thing, I know I've shown this many times in my lives, but it is a great way to get ink blended on your ink pad. If your ink pad is too juicy, this is the best way to get that excess juicy ink out of your pad without, without wiping it out of your pad. You can just push it into the pad and then it will resurface once you store your ink pad upside, because when you close your ink pad, it naturally is stored upside down. So that's a good thing. It doesn't waste ink. It just works the ink into the pad so it's not too juicy. Now let's try one more time stamping this and see the difference. And oh my goodness, look at how much better that looks. Such a great such a great example of why we needed to re-ink that pad, because that looks so much better, doesn't it? Okay, now I actually want 2 of these. So there we go. We've got our 2 crushed curries, and then of course when we store our ink pad, the ink is in the lid, so that ink doesn't go anywhere. It'll just kind of come back to the surface. All right, I'm also going to use some Granny Apple Green ink to stamp my leaf, and I will do that 2 times as well, and then we are going to fussy cut these. Now I know fussy cutting is not everybody's favorite thing to do, but it's not too bad on these relatively simple images. Okay, Regine Ann says very nice, and she just re-inked some of her pads using that plastic spoon. Awesome. Mary says she always buys the re-inker when she buys a new pad. That is such a good idea. That is what I do as well, because you never want to be caught without the re-inker, because that is no fun, especially when you need it. So when I cut these out, I just leave a little white, and this is not that challenging, you know, to fussy cut this. I know many people are like, why don't they have dies? But I think this set is not so bad because the images are pretty simple. I mean, this leaf is probably the most complex in the set. Otherwise, we've got a heart, a star, a cupcake. I mean, that's all really simple to fussy cut. Now with this flower, you can kind of get as detailed as you want, so you don't have to go all the way in. I'm just going to go around and around. You could also circle punch this. If you have one of our older circle punches, I would say a 1 1/4, 1 inch might do it. I don't know, but I would think if you had an old 1 1/4, that would work. Also, I'm sure there's a circle die in any number of different sets, but specifically the Stylish Shapes that would just die cut this as a circle, and that would look really nice too. So if you really did not want to fussy cut this, those are a couple of suggestions to get out of it, so to speak. But I think this is not so bad, and it's not like I'm, you know, doing 18 of them, so it's no biggie. Okay, we're almost there. All right, there's 1 and then 2. Oh, Judy says she loves to watch me fussy cut. I'm a pro. Well, I am a professional stamper, Judy. That's true. It's, you know, it's not tricky. You've probably heard me say before, I like to move my cardstock around and hold my my snips pretty much in place. I'm just turning that so I can see the edge. And I don't mind fussy cutting too much. I think it's kind of relaxing, kind of like coloring. I mean, I don't want to fussy cut all day long, but this is not too bad. There are far worse things that you could do, like laundry, dishes, scrubbing toilets. I mean, there's a whole host of things I would not really care to do. But fussy cutting is not so bad. Okay, so we'll just quick run through this one. Bear with me. And then just a reminder that I was thinking another color that would be super cute for this is Melon Mambo. That was kind of my backup if I didn't do the cherry or crushed curry, pardon me, because it's just such a fun, bright, cheerful color. But like I said, you could do a lot of different colors with this. I mean, almost just about any of them will look great. Even Cajun Craze might not look bad. Real Red would look great with this. Coastal Cabana. I mean, there's just lots of possibilities. So always keep that in mind whenever I'm making cards. You know, a lot of things can be done in different colors, substitute different papers, and you can really change the look of the card but still keep the idea, you know what I mean? Which I always love doing. Okay. I think we got it. Let me just kind of round that off a little better. There we go. Okay, well, it's not my best cutting work, but it's not too bad. All right. Oh, Wendy uses an acrylic block to spread ink around the pad. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay. So I've got my card base. So I'm of course gonna pop that up. I mean, obviously. Okay. And then I'm just going to, actually, I'm only going to put one on the front here because the other one goes on the inside. Okay, so I'm going to put my leaf kind of like that. So I'm throwing a little dimensional on here. I'm going to put a glue dot under here, but I'm going to sort of touch it into that dimensional a little bit. So there it goes. So cute, right? But wait, there's more. I know you probably know this, but this is one of my favorite ribbons, and I think it's going to look so cute on this card. So we'll take some of our large check ribbon. And we're going to add it to our card like this. And I might even kind of change this up a little bit because I kind of want this, to sit right here and then add that like that. Okay, so, oops, this was what I actually wanted to put my glue dot on. Whoops, my bad. Okay, so I'm going to put the bow right there, and then I'm going to kind of tuck that in, like right there. Okay, so there is my card. I'm going to grab my dots. And you know what? I was supposed to use pink. I changed my mind. Gosh, darn it. I was supposed to use pink dots on here, but I guess I probably still can. Ooh, that actually looks not half bad. Oh, I love that. So we'll just stick a few pink dots on there, and now we've got fun, happy colors. Then for the inside, we've got a layer of this designer series paper, which was kind of left over from trimming out that piece. And I'm just going to adhere it to my card. By the way, isn't that a fun pattern? Like so. And then I'm just going to tuck that in like that on here. So we've got a really sweet card. I'm just going to grab one more dot for this. Like that. And then that goes on the inside of our card. Just such a fun little way to use that paper. And of course, you know I'm a sucker for adding black and, well, in this case, vanilla, but black and white with a pop of color. So cute. Okay, so there's our second card. Now our third card is my favorite card. So we are going to take some of the watermelon patterned paper to create a cute, cute, cute little fun fold. All right. So let me just pick up my mess a little bit here. And this paper is just so fun. Lots of different ways you can use it. But what I wanted to do is a little fun fold that allows me to showcase both sides of the designer series paper. So I'm going to cut this to 3 3/4. And then I'm going to score this at 1 inch, but I do want to make sure, oh, I did this wrong, didn't I? I knew I was going to do that. Never mind. Kidding, hold, please. I got to grab another paper. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do it from this side because then I know I will be doing it right. Okay, so I want my watermelon seeds to be facing up. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here like this and cut it at 3 3/4 of an inch, like that. Then I'm going to flip this, and I want the flap to flip over like this. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 1 inch. Okay, so what this ends up giving me is a 3 3/4 by 5 inch piece when I fold it. Okay, so you want that first cut, make sure that you've got the seeds oriented correctly, and then when you fold it over, you've got the rind of your watermelon. Now hold on to this leftover piece because we're going to do something very fun with that. All right, but let's get started on our card. Now this is going to be a cute little fun fold. So I'm going to put this on a card base of 1/4 sheet of real red. So that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I've cut a layer of garden green, which I'm going to attach my designer series paper to. And as you can see, I have cut out one of our Countryside Corners dies from the center of that because we're going to use that for our card. So let's put some adhesive on here like so. Of course, this will all get covered up. Oops, don't put it on crooked, Dina. You can do it straight. There we go. All right, then I have die cut, of course, the garden green one from here. And then I've die cut 2 basic white ones. Now these are just nested in size. So they're the sizes right next to each other on there. And I want to adhere this to the flap, and I'm lining it up from the corners of the die. So I'll just put some adhesive on this little flap, basically. And then I'll center that onto my panel of cardstock here. Okay, so cute. And so I love that this shows off both sides of our designer series paper, and we will adhere this to our card base like that. Okay, so fun. Then what I want to do is I want to have one here, and then the other one is actually going to go in here so that we can use it to write on. Okay. So we're going to stamp our sentiment, which is happy birthday. And to do that, I'm going to use some Granny Apple Green and some Real Red ink. And I'm going to ink up the word happy with my Granny Apple Green. Or I'm sorry, I said Granny Apple. I meant garden. Okay, so the happy is inked up with garden green. I just carefully did that. If you're worried, cover up the birthday part with Post-its. Then I'm going to do the same thing, but with red on the other part of my sentiment. So the word birthday. Okay, and once again, I'm going to throw this on my Pierce mat. And I want to stamp this on my Countryside Corners die. Oh, perfect. And so now we've got both colors represented, which is just cute. Okay, so obviously we're popping this up on our card. We haven't even gotten to the cute part yet, so hold tight. It's coming. All right, so I am excited for watermelon season to be upon us. Just a few short months and we'll be there, maybe not even. Okay, so that's cute. Now that's nice, but we can make it way cuter. Here's how. This leftover piece of my cardstock, I am going to punch with a 1 3/4 and a 2-inch circle. Okay, so I'm just going to punch one big one and one small one. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere them together like this. And what do I have? I have a slice of watermelon. I think that's super cute. And I'm putting on a little bit more than my normal amount of adhesive, and I will show you why. You want to make sure all of it is adhered fairly well, because what we're going to do is actually cut this into watermelon wedges. Okay, so I can kind of start by cutting this in half, and you can use your trimmer too if you're not feeling comfortable. So there's 1/2, and that's going to go on the inside of our card. And then the other piece we can cut into like 2 or 3 wedges. So, you know, whatever you want. And then you can use these for whatever. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to add it to my card right here. So cute. Now you can do this same concept with some of the other papers we have in this pack. It will work like there's an orange one, there's a cantaloupe one where you could just kind of create the wedge of the fruit. Okay, so that looks super cute, right? Then we're going to place this inside and we're going to add the watermelon to it. Now normally I would say, oh, just center it up like that, but I'm going to post it just a skosh higher than centered because that'll give me room to add my slice of watermelon to the inside. Okay. And I got a little adhesive on there, but don't worry, it just rubbed right off. Now, before I stick this down, I just want to make sure it's not sticking out, and it is, so let's scooch it over just a hair. Oh, goodness. There we go. So that should work. Now I realize this is too high, so we're going to pull that off and reposition it. So you just want to make sure that everything is covered up, and it is. Now this is nice, but wait, there's more. I'm going to take some of my twine and double length, just maybe 6 inches or so of this twine. This is from the winter or fall mini catalog. I think it's still available though. And it comes in a 3-pack with Night of Navy and some Cajun Craze. It went with the winterly, oh gosh, what is that? The bird, the bird bundle, winterly treetops, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so I've just taken and tied a double length of that, and I'm just going to add that. And doesn't that really jazz this up, that little bow on here? I think it's just so cute. Now remember, you can get a free card kit with all of these pieces, and we'll cut them all up for you, so you've got all the things you need to make all these cards. Oh, so cute. Now, last but not least, I'm going to take some of my dots from my embellishment here and add them to my card. So much fun. Is this not just the sweetest little birthday? Literally the sweetest birthday card. So I think this is going to be so much fun for summer birthdays this summer. And it's just so easy. Of course, you can take and create a card just like this with many of the patterns in this designer series paper. So whether it's the pattern I have here, with the watermelon, there's a cantaloupe pattern, so you could do exactly the same thing with the cantaloupe pattern. You could do the same thing with this kiwi pattern. There's a banana pattern. I mean, so almost every piece of this designer series paper will work. And then you can cut out a piece of the fruit, to do the similar thing. So you could make a set of these cards. It's so easy. So I encourage you to have fun with this one. The dies, Debbie, these are the, do I have them sitting here? The Countryside Corners dies. This set of dies, you probably have them. So yeah, lots and lots of fun. So let me show you my projects from today and just remind you that you can get a free card kit when you spend $50, $75, and I'll throw in these tinsel gems and of course all the pre-cut cardstock plus the All-Star Video Class Bundle PDF. So I hope you loved these projects. Oh my goodness. Your orders just help so much, so I would really appreciate them. If you also could give me the thumbs up on my video, that helps so much, as well as commenting. All those things just help bring my video up more and more on YouTube, and that really helps me out a lot. Whether you can do that, by the way, whether you're watching live or the replay, because either way it helps. Let me know which one is your favorite. I would love to hear that, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Don't forget to watch. I will have another video yet this week, so watch that from YouTube. And get yourself registered for all the awesome events that are coming up. We don't want you to miss out. Thank you all so much for stamping with me today. Hope you have a great week, and we will see you soon. Bye, guys.